Hey guys, welcome to SC Custom Designs, where we are jumping on board with doing the live videos that YouTube is offering, whereby it gives my subscribers, I don't know if it gives anybody else that opportunity, but the opportunity to chat with me. And I love to chat with people about woodworking. This is the Woodshop of SC Custom Designs. And you see my sign. If you are a subscriber, you know that that's me. If not, get used to that. This is my shop. This is what I do on the side. We are a legitimate business, SC Custom Designs. I'm not here to sell things to you. I'm here just to be excited about a wood shop, period. This is going to be my first attempt to try to do the live feeds, which is not technically live because I have to upload it to YouTube, and then I have to call it a live production and then give it a time. So let's see how this goes. I thought I would take this episode to talk about a jointer that I received. Now this is a jointer. You can see that it's a jet. It is model number JJ6CS. And I have taken off the back here. In other words, let's see if we can find it somewhere in the wood shop. The fence. I don't know where I put it, but I'm going to have to find that because it's got to go back on. I took it off because I wanted to have absolute exposure to get at these knives. Okay, so I have the knives that have the units here that lock in the knives, okay, and I have two springs that are in there that push up on the blade, and then you lock the blade in place. And as you know, that can be pretty tricky. And this was really the first time I'm actually interacting with changing knives. So when I first got the unit, I went ahead and I noticed two knives were backwards actually, so I turned them around and I just, without even doing any research, I decided I would raise my the blades to the height of the outfeed table. Okay, so that's what I did, and then I gave it a trial run, and all the dust and the chips came out the front. Now what you're looking at is a modification. There was nothing here where you could hook up a system, a dust collection system. I have a jet. Just happens I have got 3 jet tools here in my shop. I bought this new, the jet dust collector, the cyclone system. Okay, so you know, when we're chatting, when you guys are watching my video, just I would ask that you chat about the things that we're looking at here. But primarily, so this is the 14-inch jet that I bought, and of course, oh, there it is, my friends. I'm glad I came over. There's the fence. This is a beastie fence, my friend. So at any rate, I went ahead and ordered blades. God bless America. If any I can, I'm going to buy products in the United States of America. All right? And I say that with pride. So this here, these guys are in North Carolina. So I'm going to put their sticker right there. I trust that I got some quality blades. They are American National Knife, and they specialize in selling these knives. And when I called and spoke to a representative, they have these, I believe they call them the soft steel, and they also have the carbide tips. That's going to run you about $90. This cost me around $28 or something like this, and shipping. All right, so there's 3 knives, 6-inch length, the width 5/8, and the thickness 1/8. Okay. And so that's what that is. So brand spanking new in there. Then I had to think to myself, geez, is there a way I can get assistance with setting these knives? Because again, trying to hold them down with this 2 springs pushing up on the knives and then trying to lock these guys down, it proved to be difficult, but I got it done. That's what led me to find this guy. All right, now this is a jig that holds down. We just set it right there, okay? That holds down the blade with the two magnets that are here, and there's magnets in the bars here, and it will hold the blade. All right, and so then you can lock it in. Now there's some setup, and we're gonna do a video on that. But this is our Friday Live video, my friends. We're just gonna chat, and you could pop in your questions that you might have. Now this is called the magnetic jointer jig from Rockler. There's other names out there. It's basically the same thing with different names on it. And there's other types of jigs that you can buy. But this seemed like a pretty inexpensive unit to purchase. And so I went ahead and I bought that. All right, so I'm really curious what questions you might have. I also took off the guard and set that aside. He is somewhere in the shop somewhere. So, I just love to take apart things. I think that's the best way. And friends, I may have figured out by watching another video. There's lots of videos out there. And that's what I do. I just research and research and research. I'm going to call Jet to make sure, but I think I figured out how to adjust the infeed and the outfeed table in this direction here. Oh, by the way, you see that I'm moving this with the greatest of ease. I put this guy on casters, and I can lock this guy down. So, very important thing to do. I think, and I suspected all along, that these units here is what you're going to loosen, and it's going to allow you to adjust your tables, because these guys need to be in coplanar. Okay, they absolutely must be coplanar. Then you're going to get yourself nice flat boards. Okay, what is the point in riding across this beautiful flat infeed table, rugged, very nice, only to hit the outfeed table and they're not coplanar? You're going to get something like this. The board's going to be, I know I'm over exaggerating, but it's going to be curved. Okay, we're not making a rocking horse here, and or it can have other types of issues. All right, so and there's 3 for this table, the infeed table, and there are 2 for the outfeed table. Okay, so I was very excited to watch. I wish I could remember. I'm a firm believer in giving credit where credit is due. When somebody is teaching me a thing, and so there you go. So I've done a lot of research on this, and I'm pretty much close to getting ready to do my video on adjusting this guy. All right, again, the 2 things I did do to this unit. I put the rollers on. I made a bed. I made lap joint. Very simple lap joint. They're strong though, with these nylon rubber tires with locks. And I made this unit here that I can easily take out. Okay, that's going to house the hose, so I can lock that hose right in there. Okay, and so that was just a lot of fun to make. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is basically 8 minutes of video, and we can just chat about that. If you got questions, there you go. So I have a South African subscriber, and also someone from Mozambique in Africa that basically stated, my words, we can be spoiled here in the States, or if you're in Europe, and you can go ahead and purchase readily a thing, okay, and you don't have to drive hundreds of miles to pick something up. All right, so there you go. There's that. So whenever you're considering to buy something, they have to think a lot more about where am I going to get my replacement parts, and a wise decision would be to, if you're going to buy something new, get the extra stuff ahead of time. Get extra blades. Get pieces that you think are going to fail on you. Otherwise, you're going to make an investment and you're not going to be happy down the road. So, at any rate, a lot of fun here. I think I'll close up on the video, and let's just see what sort of interest we have. It is Friday, yay! It's the end of the week, and I get to go back into my wood shop and have fun and creating things and that type of thing. So, I'm just going to scan real slow through the wood shop to give you an idea what it is that I have. We'll start right here with my clamps. All right, I have my clamps behind me where I can put them into service on the table and then put them back again. I've got some down here that I just pull off a project. While we're over here, we have a planer. Look up those episodes. The planer, the DeWalt planer, is a very good quality unit, by the way. Excellent quality video. So ask me about that. I did do again a video on that. You can see I got a router up there, which is also a DeWalt. That's a beast. That is strong. One of my subscribers said, "Hey, Steve, be careful to lock this plunge unit down tight because they were routing and the thing got loose on them." And I actually experienced that, and I said, "Thank you for for pointing that out." Now you can see there's all kinds of vices, but you get your basic clamps and vices. You got your these kinds here and the longer ones. These are not my favorites. As a matter of fact, they can be very annoying. I won't buy any more of them. I'll get these. There's plenty of pressure that you can apply for the project with these types of clamps. You can actually clamp too hard and squeeze all the glue out, and then you're just no better off, really. Then you have these little orange clamps that can do their types of things, your C clamps. This is a Jorgensen clamp there, which they all have their place. So I've got all kinds of tools in the shop that we can talk about. I have a mini jointer down there, Porter cable and a couple of chop boxes, and I've got a sander there, the oscillating sander from Harbor Freight, a disc sander, and I'm now decided that I would buy into the Ryobi tools because you can interchange their batteries, and so I decided to go with Ryobi, as you can see. Let's see here, we have almost like a Rockler station here, and I'm working on getting sponsored from Rockler. I don't represent them, but I hope to do so in the future. New product here called the sanding bow, just came out hot off the press, and then I picked up at the Companion Multi-Roll Sanding Pack, which is here. You got these corn. Just ask me about anything that you see here. Hey Steve, and you can even pause it and then get to me afterwards. Just subscribe to my channel. If you like what you're seeing, if this is the first time you're seeing it, you just know that we get back to you. All right, let's just continue scanning. I made a shalom sign out of wood. I did that over on the bandsaw. We got all kinds of saws here, very, very nice saws for doing all types of things, okay? Got more sanders. I got a lot of sanders. If we think about it, we do a lot of sanding in our wood shops. Here we have this really cool unit here that helps you make tapered legs. You can put that on your table saw. You can look that episode up. All right, again, dust collection, very, very key. So yeah, I can quickly take this guy off and put him right here. Now he's not going to fit absolutely snug. I'm going to have to put tape around this because this is just what I had. All right, so I'll just put tape around the exterior and I'll be able to clamp that in there. So, but dust collection is very key, especially when it comes to a jointer. I noticed before I put this on that, yeah, it was, the chips were coming out this way, but they were also falling in here, okay? They were also falling in here and up in there, so that's not where you want those chips. Let's continue coming around. You can see that I put things on rollers everywhere you look so I can get things. Portable tables, all right? We made this unit here, 10 degree dovetails for this box. Very handsome box. It doesn't have a name yet, what we're going to do with it. I've sold some other things, some other units just like that at a show not so long ago. We made that on the D4R Pro. Ask me about that. Look up those videos on SC Custom Designs. This here is kind of like my show pegboard, where you see some old tools that actually some of them can't still be used. So just a huge firm believer in not losing the ability, and if you've never learned it, the ability to work with your hands. I learned how to do work with my hands in Israel. with hand tools. This is a not porter cable, listen to me. This is a bench dog, a router table. If you've never had a router table, this actually wasn't that expensive. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't that expensive. I think it was a couple $100, and you can go ahead and dedicate a router, which I did. I just got this skill here from the local area, and he's dedicated in there so that I can use that. Man, the things that you can do with a router table, just you wonder what you did without these things before you buy them. Just going to open this guy up here and just have a quick peek in here. We have belt sanders, we have more routers, a heat gun down here, biscuit jointer, a biscuit, forget what it's called. It's also a DeWalt. Sorry about the shaking, especially on big TVs. This guy here allows you to go ahead and hollow out an area in wood so that you can, and I'm sorry it's evading me what the name of this thing is. So this is also a DeWalt unit. So it's a biscuit cutter. That's not actually what it's called, so, but you can see basically you take this guy and push him up against wood, and it's going to hollow out an area for 3-size biscuits, and you can adjust it down here. Look up that video. So these tools, this was a $200 for this tool, and it does one thing, and it does it well. So it hauls out the wood, and so you can join up wood. Okay, that's really what that's all about. Back in the day, in the 90s, when I first got my wood shop, which was at the Maybe Farm, you can look that video up. We just did a show at the Maybe Farm. Okay. We have all kinds of tools. It's just there's only so much time. It's like 16 minutes, 17 minutes now. This is an oscillating from Grizzly drum sander. It's portable, which is just really cool. Okay, so this guy here, again, the key is it's portable. I can move him anywhere in the shop, and this drum is going to go up and down, and it's going to spin. Okay, so this guy here, again, they're priceless when you have that project where you have to do those types of things. I got a pin gun which hooks up to the compressor. Keep my compressor under here, by the way. All right, but now I'm using the I got other things in there, but we'll just shut that up for now. We have the battery operated pin gun that we use, and you know, it speaks for itself. I can basically take this guy anywhere, put a battery in, and go. It does the same job. It puts pins in as the one with the compressor. Okay, and I'm just gonna go a few more minutes. Just it'll give us time to chit chat back and forth too. And again, you can ask me in the future. Got a wood bench here on wheels. You can move them around. Of course, the planer is on wheels. It's got a dedicated unit that you can see. And we have this guy here, the drill press on wheels. He's not on wheels yet. He's on his silly wheels because that can only move like this. And he's definitely going to go on wheels. We have another unit here, a radial arm saw that is on wheels. All right, we just got him as a donation to SC Custom Designs. We have this old vintage power saw. This is actually a Sears and Roebuck company. A very powerful unit. He actually is on wheels. He's got bearings down in there. All right, and we have more clamps over here. Pipe clamps that sometimes you just need something really long. And this is my sanding booth. I've got two ports in the back that I could hook up. You can see them back there. Hook up the hoses to. So nice big industrial fan. This is actually a Westinghouse fan from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. All right, so man, I'll tell you what. If you just pause the video, you're gonna just see things as we go by them. The Carter system here, that here allow you, they call the fast system, allow you to set your fence and so that it's not going to have the drift. Okay, I have the Carter Mag Fence 2 down there. Okay, and we just got tools. Some things that you may not think about and just put up with is too much humidity in your shop. So this is a dehumidifier, which is actually won't be used in the winter. I actually have to put humidity into the air. And I've gotten myself into trouble because of the humidity levels. At the moment they're 64, and that's about where you want to be here. But just 2 days ago it was down to 50 because we're in the autumn now. And when winter really sets in, it's going to go down even more. So we just got him this summer actually, because I was curious how much humidity is in my shop, you know, and you just want to go ahead and keep that down. So and if we come back up here, we're going to see a set of tools that's going to help me make hand dovetails. This is a Japanese pull saw. It is so thin that you could put a piece of hair in there. Not really, but okay. And then we have this guy here, which is a marking gauge, a nice quality marking gauge, working along with the dovetail marker. And these types of units, and as well as this, is going to help you to make precision dovetails. Well, why would you want to do that by hand if you have one of these that can do, this is a 24-inch unit here, and the pins can move in any direction, and you can create an infinite amount of styles of dovetails. Sorry about that. Through dovetails, sliding dovetails. Well, I mean, again, I think it's important. Don't forget, you know, that once upon a time we used our hands to do all this type of thing, and with, you know, with all the tools that you saw, you could do all these things by hand. But we know that it can be very, very convenient to have these types of things. All right, guys, this was my live video for this Friday. It is actually November, what is it now? November 2nd, I believe. And in the evening, you guys are probably out eating dinner. You know, you got better things to do than to listen to me do this. But if you happen to pop on, just understand that we'll answer as many questions as we can as you watch the video scroll by. And you can always ask me and subscribe to my channel, and we can talk about just about anything you saw in my shop. And look them up, please. All right, take care. Let's go back to where we started, and that was on this unit. Thanks, God bless, and stay safe in the wood shop.